Yes. The Voce del Morte. The Giovanni never willingly share their secrets, and I've had little success infiltrating their strongholds. How did you obtain this? It will take some time to translate and unlock the secrets of this. I will have to move on from the city to evade any Giovanni seeking it. Take this. This will complete the terms we agreed to, and I think it is adequate compensation. It is the key of Alamut. It instills dread in those that would harm you, and makes it harder for them to strike you. Make no mistake, our dealings do not make us allies. If indeed we meet again, do not ask me for any favors. I will give you this final advice, however. Leave this city. These are its final nights. Discord looms heavy. I've felt this before. In November of 1938, I was translating documents in Leipzig, Germany, written by a purported Crusades-era necromancer. There also, I felt a sense of impending chaos. Soon after was the Kristallnacht, the wellspring of a new world war.
My blade is ready. What are we waiting for?
Let's do this.
This godless hotel reeks of the devil's work.
Get used to it and
Inquisitor Bach has willed us to find Johansen. Our holy order must wade through this wanton decadence to protect mankind.
All this for a deluded fool of a professor? We should be out there, hunting vampiric scum, not protecting this secular den of sin.
I agree, but this is all for the greater cause, to protect all humanity. Remain vigilant. The soldiers of Satan...
This godless hotel reeks of the devil's work.
Get used to it. Inquisitor Bach has willed us to find Johansen. Our holy order must wade through this wanton decadence to protect mankind.
All this for a deluded fool of a professor? We should be out there, hunting vampiric scum, not protecting this secular den of sin.
I agree, but this is all for the greater cause, to protect all humanity. Remain vigilant. The soldiers of Satan could be here any moment.
Satan has already found his way here.
Hey, stop right there. Freeze! Priest!
I told you everything. There's no reason for you to keep me here. Let me go! I am an archaeologist. You can't hold me here like this. I am a hostage. I do not need protection. I am an old man. How can you threaten me like this? Do you have a conscience? Just let me go. I have a wife and children. I want to see them again. Help me. Yeah, okay. Anything, just get me away from these crazies. The sarcophagus? You went through all that trouble for the sarcophagus? Yeah, I'll tell you. But don't you think it would be better to get out of here before those men come back? I guess if you can get all the way here, you deserve the answers. But can I make one request first? After I answer your questions, you help me escape. All right. Where should I begin? Let's start with the history of the Ankaran sarcophagus. That is a long and interesting legend, lost and found throughout the ages. Tell me, are you familiar with the Assyrians? Well, the Assyrians lived in Mesopotamia, a region between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Most of this territory is now modern-day Iraq, Iran, Turkey, and Syria. They were warmongers, conquerors, a people driven to expand by their kings. Even before the Romans, they migrated their conquered people to the territories to stem revolt, but I'm afraid I'm getting off the subject. Well, the markings on the sarcophagus seem to hint that it is from sometime between 1050 and 800 BC, which was a period of fierce expansion by the Assyrians. Oddly, for those years, only one king shows up on the historical record. While most likely he wiped all evidence of his predecessor's existence or passed the name to his heirs, one monarch, Mesarach, the one-eyed king, is given credit for the territory and achievements of this time. But he would have had to have been over 250 years old, like Dracula or something. I find it hard to believe a sarcophagus with a person as important as Messerach could remain in, what is the word, pristine or intact condition for so many years. But this is who is believed to be contained within. Men educated guess. Maybe you have not heard. It was stolen from the museum before we had a chance to open it. Usually we use equipment to carbon date, X-ray, and take air samples before we pry open the lid. You know, it is interesting that you ask me that. The goddess on the outside of the sarcophagus was Lamastu. In Assyrian myth, Lamastu was an evil demoness who preyed on humans. Many people cite her as the mother of vampire myth. And the engravings on and found around the sarcophagus portray a regal figure drinking the blood of his enemies. Now, this image is found in many cultures, specifically among those of royal lineage, but there is a quite scientific explanation. A disorder known as porphyria. In short, it is caused by a deficiency of the iron in the blood, and in many cultures, for the nobility that could conceivably get away with the cure, the treatment was to drink human blood. Perhaps drinking the blood of your enemies is, if nothing else, symbolic. It can inspire fear in your foes and dissidents. Don't misunderstand me. I in no way believe it was a vampire. Vampires. That's what caused this whole mess. These maniacs believe they exist. Ah, quite interesting. There is a surprisingly complex mechanical lock on the face of the sarcophagus. By sheer luck, we were able to find the key not far from the sarcophagus. Why no one ever found it and robbed it? It's perplexing. How strange, you would ask. I haven't seen the key since it was loaded onto the Elizabeth Dane in Turkey. It was stolen before the sarcophagus even. I am still hopeful that the police find both pieces before the contents can be disturbed. No, it's not the kind of key you can copy at the hardware store. It's actually very sophisticated, and I meant to study it at the museum. I've answered all your questions. Do you think now you could please get me out of here? I don't care who you are or why you've had so many questions about the sarcophagus. I just want to leave this place. Thank you, my friend. I don't know where you came from, but I will never forget this kindness.
Be at peace, kindred. You stand amongst friends now. I am happy to be received with such warmth. It is encouraging that the tired animosity between our people has not infected your judgment. A true friend in death is as true love, precious, rare, and sweet. Pray your senses have not gone so languid that this blessing cannot be savoured. We are in a position to help each other, yes. Is it impossible, then, that my admiration is genuine, kindred? Can friendship truly be founded on nothing? Or must there be nothing to gain in order for friendship to be true? The tongue lies limp and pasty if you're simply dead. Otherwise you would do well to savor these little graces. Your eyes are still able to take in my form and the blood still rushes hot to your skin. Must your organs die so selectively? I watch and wait for the time my path is meant to cross another. The how of it shall be more clear in a moment. Indeed, the Chang brothers, my greatest agents, undone by the young soldier of LaCroix, it was obvious your path was greater than I or he had anticipated. We did have an arrangement, LaCroix and I. A mutually beneficial pact to drive the lesser factions from the city. LaCroix's zeal in recovering the Ankaran sarcophagus has been to the exclusion of many relationships, mine included. And I, like yourself, have been used by him in his desperate quest for power. LaCroix feared Alistair Grout, the Malkavian primogen, for the cursed insight of his bloodline was strong and brought him uncomfortably close to the truth about LaCroix's ambitions. LaCroix saw an opportunity to rid himself of two problems, a hardened rebel leader and a problematic primogen, in one fell stroke. And, as you can see, I was integral to his plan. LaCroix convinced me that an alliance with the Camarilla could strengthen the position of the Kuei Jin, and so with my help, your prince framed Nines Rodriguez for the murder of Alistair Grout. Yes, you were made to be the witness, for your political naivete put your word beyond reproach. No one would believe you devised such a story. LaCroix used you and once again turned a problem to his advantage. Our dealings with LaCroix have put his integrity into question. He has become careless. His desire for the sarcophagus seems to have superseded all other concerns, including political discretion. It is obvious to me that he wishes to obtain it, only so that he might use its power against those who would oppose him. If he betrays his own kind in these pursuits, can I trust him to honor our allegiances? Can you? You need to understand that you are a liability, kindred. Once LaCroix finds the right moment, you will be disposed of, just as he did with Alistair Grout, Mr. Rodriguez, your sire, and countless others. Hear these words, kindred. The sarcophagus is sealed against the ages. Only the proper key will break this seal. That key now lies safely in Kuei Jin hands. Your prince's prize cannot be had without it. I hope you recognize my sincerity, kindred. I would like to see you reach your destination before your path is cut short. I hope when next we meet, it is again as friends. Be at peace, kindred. I am happy. A true We are... The tongue. I watch. Indeed. We did have a... LaCroix. 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 Yes. Our demons... It is obvious. You need to... Here. I hope you...
Have you found the professor yet? What has he told you? Do not mince words. Tell me. A key? A key? Yes, of course. How could I be so blind? Tell me you clawed this key from the dying hands of the doctor. Slithering, arrogant she-devil. Eastern snakes have no place in the new world. They trespass in our lands, play politics where they have no place, and now she tampers with ancient forces. She has no right. I will mangle her porcelain skin and have her skull as my chalice. Ha! You see, child, the Camarilla is impotent, weak. LaCroix is desperate, his greed too powerful. He does not see he will be reviled by all after we crucify him in the light of dawn. It is time to take what is rightfully ours from the Asian devils. This is a moment of kings and fools. Tonight, we either strike a blow for Canaanites the world around, or we die, throwing ourselves against the spears of the Kuei Jin. Attacking the palace single-handedly would be suicide. I shall call a conclave of the city. Rally your pack, raise the shovel heads, and make preparations for the bloodiest of wars.
How cordial of you to drop in! Were you in the neighborhood? To what do I owe the pleasure? You'll do no such thing. Kneel. Did you really think I wouldn't have contingencies for a loose cannon like yourself? That I wouldn't anticipate that impetuous chip on your shoulder? Please, running off to join the Sabbat? You're an embarrassment. Silence! Ventrue don't reach my age and standing without learning a few useful tricks. You underestimated me, kindred. I've had you programmed from the start, you fool. How lucky for me. By your own making, you became the perfect sleeper agent. Now, why don't you begin by telling me about my sarcophagus? Tell me, where is the sarcophagus? You see? Isn't this easier when you cooperate? Now, has the sarcophagus been opened yet? A key! I see. And I suppose if you know that, then you must also know of the Alliance, don't you? That makes the rest of this so much easier. I give you my thanks, kindred. You've served your prince well. You, see her out, once and for all.
¿Estás segura que sí funcionará? Me parece muy muerta.
Sí, claro. Almiéntala más.
Pero no se ha despertado en días.
El topor no se romperá fácil, no después de haber caído tanto.
Ojalá que valga la pena. Esta mierda me ha dado sed. Mira, sus ojos se abren. Hey, gringa, you're still alive. I mean, you know what I mean.
I told you she wasn't too far gone. You should learn to listen better. K-Knight, you have a lot to catch up with before this whole city outruns us. That was no small fall you took, K-Knight. For us to find you before you met the morning's doom, luck smiles on you. Bringing you home, we nearly all perished to the sun's rays. You're lucky to be in one piece at all. Más o menos. From the vinculum, we heard your cry for help. In our hearts we knew that one among us had fallen, and fallen hard. You were laid out across the road, splattered in gore. How many pints of vitae has the pack fed your parched, broken body over the last 3 nights? I've lost track. Your fate was horrific. Your survival, astonishing. But the real shock was where we found you. At the bottom of the prince's penthouse. Tell me, K-Knight, tell us, that the only fall you took was from a window. Calmate. There's no need to guard your dignity. You say the prince is your enemy. Then your word is all we need. This pack doesn't turn its back to our own so easily. Escucha. Whatever secrets you whisper to LaCroix has swept the city into frenzy. With the sarcophagus under Sabbat protection, we forced many hands into an uneasy handshake. The Anarchs and the Camarilla have formed an alliance. They've skirmished with us a bit, but most of their army is moving against the Quajian, seeking the Dark Father's key. For me, the battle will not end until the Ancient itself is vanquished, and his pawns meet their final death. Only with the key in hand can we be sure of the city's safety. We must strike at the heart of the Quajian, their golden temple, and take back what is rightly ours. The pack has been anything but idle through your torpor. Arturo and I remade a platoon of the cattle in our image, ready for battle. You were the last soldier we needed before we take this war straight to Chinatown.